One bright morning, a wealthy businessman was preparing to leave for an important meeting. As he settled into the back seat of his luxury car, he noticed something unusual outside his mansion. A young boy, no older than 13, was diligently mowing his front lawn. His small hands gripped the handle of the mower with determination, his face set in concentration. Surprised, the man turned to his driver. "Did you hire a little boy to do a grown man's job? Are you trying to cut costs? Or what?" The driver shook his head. "I have no idea who he is, sir. He just showed up and started working." The businessman frowned, but, being in a hurry, shrugged it off and instructed his driver to leave. The thought lingered in his mind for a moment, but by the time he arrived at his destination, he was preoccupied with the affairs of the day. Later, that evening when he returned home, he noticed that the lawn was perfectly manicured. The edges were neatly trimmed, and the entire yard looked immaculate. He glanced around, curious about the boy, but the young worker was nowhere to be seen. 2 weeks passed, and the event drifted from his memory. However, one morning as he prepared to leave, he saw the same boy again, pushing the mower back and forth with the same intensity. This time, curiosity got the better of him. He stepped out of his car and approached the boy. "Hey, kid, how much are you charging for this?" The boy stopped and looked up at him, sweat glistening on his forehead. "You don't have to pay me, sir," he said with a confident smile. "I just want you to be my mentor." The businessman chuckled, shaking his head. "A mentor? What makes you think I have time for that?" Without waiting for an answer, he turned and got back into his car, leaving the boy standing there, unfazed. That evening, after a long day, the businessman arrived home and sat in his study, pouring himself a drink. He couldn't shake off the memory of the boy's determined face. There was something about him, his perseverance, his confidence, that struck a chord. Curiosity gnawed at him. He asked his staff if they knew where the boy lived, and within an hour he was in his car, parked outside a small rundown house. The wooden fence was broken, the paint on the walls peeling. It was a stark contrast to the lavish estate he called home. As the boy arrived home, he froze at the sight of the luxury car in front of his house. His eyes widened when he saw the businessman leaning against it, arms crossed. "You're talented, kid," the man said. "But tell me, why do you want me to be your mentor so badly?" The boy straightened his back, meeting the man's gaze with unwavering confidence. "Sir, I want to be rich like you, not for the cars or the houses, but so I can buy my mom a better home. She works so hard and I want to take care of her." The businessman was taken aback by the boy's boldness. He had met countless people chasing wealth, but few had a purpose as pure as this child's. A small smile formed on his lips. "That's a noble reason, but success isn't just about money. It's about discipline, perseverance, and the willingness to learn." "I'm willing to learn, sir," the boy said without hesitation. The businessman nodded, impressed. "Graduate high. School and come find me. I'll personally mentor you, but remember, success comes to those who chase it, not those who wait for it." The boy's face lit up with determination. "I won't let you down, sir." Years later, the boy, now a young man, walked into the grand office of the same businessman who had once stood outside his home. This time, he wasn't just looking for a mentor. He was ready to become a leader in his own right. The businessman, now older but still sharp, looked up and smiled. "I knew you'd come back. Welcome to your future." The journey of success is never about where you start, but how determined you are to reach your goal. Comment yes if you believe in chasing success.